So I did have a joke about pizza, but it turned out it was too cheesy. Because forget it.
Perfect.
Now I've said it time and time again, but the Air Max 95 in triple black is a very hard sneaker to beat. But in today's episode, we are of course looking at the Nike Air Max 95 triple black essential. So there's a couple Air Max 95s on the market in all black, and I know it can get a bit confusing. Now I've actually got the other black version, which is kind of like a nubuck, I think it is. And I have said it on record that I do actually like that colorway a lot more than this one, just because of how it looks. But having it a couple years now, that colorway was a lot harder to maintain. Now there was a new kid on the block though, the dual pack. Honestly, the materials, the look of the shoe just tops anything. And I do have to give it the crown. That's the best Nike Air Max sneaker in all black that I've seen. Even better than the Essentials pack, but this one is probably a lot more popular and a lot easier to buy. And of course, purchase links will be down below as always. Now you might be thinking, Broski, if you like those better than this one, why are you reviewing it and why have you bought them? Now there's a couple reasons actually. One, I got these for an absolute steal on eBay. I got them for like 110. Bit ironic though, innit? Because they used to be called 110 and I actually got them for 110. But they retail for what? Like 175 now? So you know, I don't know how that worked out. And the other, I guess, two reasons are I needed a triple black Air Max in my collection, and this one is the first thing I thought of. And also, I didn't actually get around to reviewing this one, so I guess 3 birds, 1 stone. But the Air Max 95 triple black has been on my radar for quite some time now, so it was about right I got them in. And I'm not gonna lie to you broskies, the nubuck pair that I got, as much as they look good fresh out the box, they look like an absolute state. Now formalities out of the way, in terms of the box it comes with, nothing really special here, your red standard Nike box. But apart from my box looking all battered, of course the product sticker does say Nike Air Max 95 Essential, and the official colorway is black, and dark grey. Now the Air Max 95, apart from being one of the most worn sneakers by criminals, and I'm not just saying that, I actually did like a short form video explaining it and it's pretty funny, but check it out. This sneaker though does have a little bit of a reputation, especially in triple black, a bit similar to I guess what the TN has. But I feel like more and more people are sort of swaying to the Air Max 95, and that sort of taboo about like roadmen or sort of chavs wearing it is kind of going away. Like I've literally seen the most professional people wear these sneakers, whether it is triple black or a different colorway. And at the moment, alongside the Air Max 1 and I guess the Nike TN, it's probably my favorite Air Max. Yes, the Air Max 90 is always going to have my heart, but the Air Max 95 is like my most worn Air Max this year. But anyways, in terms of the sizing with the Air Max 95 and this essential colorway, for me it is a true to size fit. Now just bear in mind I am more on the narrower side and I know these do fit a little snug, especially around the sort of forefoot area, but comparing it to like the Air Max 97 and even the Nike TN, there's a little bit more room. But of course if you do have wide feet or even like a little bit more room around the toe area, you might need to go half a size up. But for me, I've always gone true to size with the Air Max 95. Right broskies, you might be thinking what's so special about an all black Air Max 95? Well, the materials, they're a bit subtle, but they're pretty cool. Now like majority of Air Max 95s, the materials on those sort of layers on the upper are actually different. Like the bottom layer is like a sort of tumbled leather, and then the layer above that is actually a nice suede, and just on top of that it's like a ripstop material, and just to finish up on those layers it kind of feels like a smooth leather, but it does look synthetic, and all of these layers really do look good. So from like a distance you couldn't even tell that these materials are different until you get them in hand. Now the Air Max 95 purists do not like leather toe boxes, and I don't really see why. I do kind of get it. I mean the suede and nubuck materials on that toe box do look so much better, but I mean if you want a sneaker for a bit of rough and tumble, you definitely need a leather pair. And excuse the pun, but 95% of people buying this shoe are going to be up to mischief. But going back to the materials, I do really like that black mesh on the top of the upper. It kind of blends those different materials to the lace area, and I really like that. And speaking of that part, just like I like it, we have that 3M panel. Now I know it kind of defeats the purpose having 3M on a black sneaker, but I actually like it. We have it towards the tongue area and also the back at the heel counter. But it's a very traditional setup to the lacing to an Air Max 95 and also the tongue. And you can't forget the iconic Air Max logo to a 95 on top of the tongue. Now the sock liner and insole both come in black here, so there's nothing really to write home about. Now like I've said, towards the back on that 3M panel on the heel counter, we do have that Nike Air branding. But towards the side though, we do have that Nike swoosh embroidered. So the sneaker that started it all from Nike to have a black midsole, this one is just perfected. The rugged and robust look to the midsole and air units are so damn good. From my experience anyway, the Air Max 95 has always held up in terms of durability. Now a very traditional setup to an Air Max 95 outsole in all black, a very stealthy one, and honestly one of my favorites. Right broskies, it's about that time that we decide whether these are a buy or a buy. So the Air Max 95, I've spoken about this sneaker in general, how great it is and how much I like it. And in triple black, whether it is the dual pack or the essential or even that nubuck pair, honestly, all three of them alongside, I'd say, the Nike TN, the best that Nike offer for an all black sneaker. But I just think the Air Max 95 just has the full package. They're so damn comfortable, and the 95s do not get spoken about enough in terms of the comfort. And I actually forgot to mention, this 2023 edition is actually the same as the 2020 edition. So Nike defo knew, if it's not broken, do not try and fix it. Yes, you might not be a fan of that sort of leather toe box area, but in terms of being durable, of course that adds to it. And that's another point, the Air Max 95 hasn't let me down. I've had some problems with even the Air Max 90, the Air Max 1 and other Air Max where the air units do not really hold up. Even the midsole sort of falling off. But with the 95, for me, so far, I haven't had an issue. The midsole holds up extremely well and the air units too. Now I know there's not really too much in it in terms of the Air Max 95s in all black. You could either like one over the other. And although I do prefer the dual pack just because of how premium the sneaker feels compared to these two, there's still just something about the essential pair that I really do like. All those sort of materials on the upper to the essential pair just looks super cool. But either way, any Air Max 95 in all black, you can't go wrong at all. But I really do think though, these are just behind the dual pack in terms of the best all black sneaker that Nike offer. Some might agree and some might not, but honestly, I'm glad I got these, and especially for the price. In terms of the retail price being around 175, honestly, you can pick these up on the aftermarket for dirt cheap. So do keep an eye out because you can get a bargain. But of course, I am giving these an absolute buy. But broskies, comment down below and let me know what you think. Is this all black Air Max 95 an essential for your collection, or is this an absolute miss? Leave it all down below and I will pin the best comment. Thank you broskies for staying until the end, and don't forget to do all of that other good stuff, like, comment, subscribe, share, and until the next episode, take care. It's starting to creak, you hear that? Now I've got this sort of, what is it? Is it suede? I think it's suede. It's like a felt. Nubuck. Now there was a new kid on the block, which I kind of, but trying to keep that intact. But there's actually, again, so if you're in the market for, if you are in the market, on the market, in the market? Are you in the market or on the market? I think you're on the market. So if you're on the market, yeah, is one of the best you can. But this might be an all black, triple black, all black, triple. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. I was going to say something. No, I actually did like a short film for form. Just like I've said, we've got that. It's not coming out.